I got a problem. So, if you guys don't know where I'm at, I'm in Canarsie, Brooklyn right now. And I came down here because I wanted to give you guys a correct demonstration of what actually happened here with the bishop. And it's a shame because there's not a lot being said about the follow-up to the story, okay? So I'm going to rehash here for you guys and let you know not only what the bishop said and how he corrected it with his own footage, but this is show you guys that there's a lot of people out here lying and they only do the stories when it's salacious. They don't follow up on the stories, okay? So if we're going to go live all the time and disrupt people and things like that, matter of fact, I've even made sure that I inboxed him to tell him, hey, listen, I'm over on the location or whatever. I just want to get people a rehash of what happened so they can correctly get it. Because even with his footage, you only have footage that's taken from his perspective and you only have footage taken from her perspective. So I want to give you guys a more clear perspective for all my 10.7K guys out there, whatever. So once again, I'm going to turn this around and you guys will stay with me. All right, guys, so this is the actual area right here, right? And right here, right here is the actual location, all right? So when you saw the girl on the camera, what she was pointing here, and she was pointing over here. Now, what I'm assuming is somewhere around here, right? His car, and there was actually above that, it was a police car, right? All right? So when you put it in retrospect, right? And I believe this is the location, but if you put it in retrospect or whatever the case may be, one of the things that you'll get out of this whole thing here is this. That girl, when she came, she was standing about right here in this area. And as you can see right there, I'm going to zoom in a little bit. That's the actual camera that his footage caught, okay? You got me? You following me? So the actual footage that you see in this gentleman's live, this is the actual where he caught the footage at. Now, the girls, they were probably around about right here, okay? Right in this area. So as they're right in this area, they're walking back and forth, pacing back and forth, plotting their devices and everything that they're going to do, being kind of wicked, right? And so the funny thing is, they had to come, and I'm assuming from that direction, which doesn't make much sense because the train and everything else is right here. So there was an Uber or something like that right there, right? So if you guys don't know what I'm talking about, Mr. Whitehead did his own live. And on his live, what he did was, let me turn this around for a second. What he did was on his live was he gave a dramatization and he also gave the footage so you guys would see that actually he was telling the truth. Okay, now there's a lot of speculation out there. There was a rumor going around that he choked the woman out. He corrected that in the video. He didn't choke that woman out. He grabbed that woman by the back of her shirt and he pushed her out. Now, the camera footage shows that. So we're not, I'm not with the lying and everything like that. Now, the problem I have is everybody that was involved in it and was doing the story on YouTube, Instagram, Facebook, wherever have you, all of them, none of them were doing anything but showing the controversy. They didn't come back to you and say, hey, let me clear up the air here. You know what I mean? This guy didn't choke this woman out, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. How you doing? All right. So the funny thing about it is, and when I say about the salaciousness that goes on YouTube nowadays is, a lot of these guys, they're there where the fluff is there, but they're not there to clean up the story when it's been corrected. Now, I watched this live, and I was actually on the live with the bishop at the time. You understand what I'm saying? And I wrote in the chat, you go back, you'll see my name there. And at the time, I said the same thing. I said, whoa, now this is totally different from what we saw here. In the video that TMZ and everybody else has, right? In the video that TMZ has, they just show it off camera. They don't even actually show them on camera. They just show it off camera. And the whole time, you get this deflection from TMZ, out of all people, no shots at Harvey, but you get this deflection from TMZ that he actually choked this woman, and he didn't. He just didn't. Now, I'm going to give y'all a quick rehash once again. The cop car had to be somewhere where this white car is right here, right? I'm not gonna get this man's tags and stuff in there, but the cop car had to be right here. Behind that, I'm assuming somewhere around this area, this is where one of the pastor's vehicles was at. And then behind here, where you see this cab at, his second vehicle was behind here. All right. Now these two young ladies, they decided to pace back and forth right here before they were devising a plan of what they were going to do. We'll get him. Let's go disrupt his church service like some wild banshees. So they entered, I'm assuming, from right here where you see this gate down right now. They entered from right there. They came into the church. And that's where they devised their plan on whether or not they were going to sit there and they were going to, you know, interrupt the whole service or whatever. And, you know, I still have a problem with that, because it's not even if you had a problem with the bishop. It's more so that you're interrupting God. Now, some people, they're not religious like that or whatever the case may be, and I get that. But I have a real big problem when you come with disruption to interrupt God. I don't care what denomination it is. I don't care how big the church is, how small the church is, which was also something uttered under her breath. You know, and I'll say to that young lady, if you think you could do better, then open your own church. Show us the way. Now, I'm going to make this quick because I don't want to be here too long, but I just want to clear up some things. One, the bishop actually showed his own video of his own footage. And once again, I'm going to zoom in that one more time. And I'm assuming that he collected that footage from right here at this camera right here. Okay, you see that camera right there? That's where the bishop had his footage that you see on his Instagram live. All right, now you know that camera can't lie. That camera can't lie. And once again, like I said, you'll see these two young ladies and they're pacing back and forth. And this is what he depicts in his live. He shows the footage. There's also extended footage that you get to see where you see these two young ladies. What was perpetuated and what was announced and what was put to the public was that this young lady was choked out by TMZ. That's what TMZ said. They not only put this man's livelihood at risk, but they put all sorts of things at risk for him. Now, I'm going to say this. I don't like the way that TMZ ran that story. I don't care what you think about the bishop. It's not my concern. But I don't like how TMZ ran that story. And the way TMZ ran that story, it was disgusting, because what they did, they made a black man look like he was guilty already without being condemned or whatever the case may be. Now, some people may like this man. Some people may not like this man. That's up to you. But my problem is this. If you're going to damage this man, why let a white media company do it? And y'all rolled with TMZ on everything that TMZ said. And it's kind of sickening. So, hold on one second, guys. Here. No problem. You good. You will keep it natural over here. You're welcome. It's good brother cigarette. But like I said, yo, these women, TMZ, and a whole bunch of other sources that are online right now were responsible for condemning this pastor. And honestly and truthfully, I just don't like it, because what it does is it subjects me to the same type of travesty had to come about, whether I be in line somewhere, whether I be out in public somewhere, whatever. I am condemned and already called guilty, and I ain't feeling that. So I just want to tell you guys one more time before I get up out of here. This is the church, Bishop Lamont Whitehead. This is his area right here. It was disrupted the Sunday before last for some silliness. In the video of the young ladies and Larry Reed and all them, the cop car is right there, probably right in front of this white car, and then his vehicle is right here, and then his second vehicle is probably right there where that cab is, okay? I'm in Canarsie, Brooklyn, by the way. The footage that Pastor Lamont Whitehead showed come from that camera right there. What's going on, OG Patrice? The footage that the gentleman showed in the video comes from that camera right there that you guys see right behind the Haitian flag here. I know that flag very well. So that right there dispelled everything, his footage. And I encourage you guys to go look at Pastor Lamont Whitehead's footage, and you'll see for yourself, these ladies came there with the intention of disrupting the church. I don't care how big the church is, how small the church is. They even say this in the Bible. You understand what I'm saying? So not only is it sacrilegious, it's dishonest, and it's just, I don't know. I just don't see where this is going. You understand what I mean? So once again, I came on location because I wanted to defend him, at least on that note. Because that, and everything else I'm not going to speak of. I'm not going to talk about robberies and all that stuff or whatever, because that's not what I do. But I just wanted to be real, come down here, show everybody, hey, there's some validity in what this gentleman is talking about. And I think the bishop for all sakes and purposes, isn't wrong. You know what I mean? And the video footage, French, the video footage shows that he's not guilty. So I don't know what to say. And I'm disturbed that nobody came along and said, yeah, you know what? Let me just back up Pastor on this one. Let me just back up Bishop on this one. You know what I'm saying? If anything, reluctantly, as many of y'all scream out FBA and everything else because he's a black man, and y'all allowed a white media outlet, TMZ, to report and dictate to y'all what happened. Y'all should be ashamed of yourself for that. Anybody that paid attention to that. Guys, other than that, I'm about to get up out of here. Give me 1 second. Got a loud motorcycle behind me or something. I'm about to get up out of here, whatever. One more time, I wanted to come here on location. This is Bishop Lamont Whitehead space right here. You know what I mean? In case y'all don't believe me. And see, that's crazy. Leaders of Tomorrow International Ministry with Bishop Lamont Whitehead Church Services is no longer in this building. Thanks for your understanding. See, that's what situations like that prove. This man is not even allowed to, he can't even be in this location anymore because now people know. I know New York. You understand what I'm saying? So I know people over here in this area in Canarsie, but, well, 2 or 3 people anyway, but that's sad. I didn't even notice that at first. But you guys just tuning in right now, make sure y'all hit that like button too. One more time, Leaders of Tomorrow International Ministries with Bishop Lamont Whitehead Church Services are no longer in this building. Thanks for your understanding. That's a shame. And I'm gonna try to zoom in a little bit right here. You can see the entrance right here. That is so ridiculous. You know, I want to extend this a little bit. It's a shame that this man can't even have his church services here anymore. Leaders of Tomorrow International Ministries with Bishop Lamont Whitehead Church Services are no longer in this building. I'm saddened by that. And my soul told me to come down here. My soul told me to come down. I always pay attention to my soul. I was on my way home, and some said, double back, double back. I know you tired. I know you want to go to sleep, but double back. Because I've been up all night. I was chilling with the homies. Kicking to talk about things I was going to talk about. But if you just tuning in one more time, Leaders of Tomorrow International Ministries with Bishop Lamont Whitehead's church services are no longer in this building. They didn't force this man out of his own ministry. I talk about this stuff all the time. Black folks forced this man out of his ministry. It's sacrilegious, y'all. I gotta light a cigarette on this. He's no longer able to be here in his church because folks want to come in here. Oh man, I'm really saddened by that. Pastor Whitehead, I sent you the link, man. I hope to God you be able to continue your ministries or what you're doing or whatever, because I saw even when you stopped that lady, you went right back to preaching. That's sad, man. So that's some news right there. This man is not allowed to have his church services here anymore because folks then came up in here and took advantage. And then people turn around and say, oh, how can you don't bring nothing to the hood? How can you don't bring nothing back to the hood? I'm not talking about anybody specific, but I'm just saying, when you are forced to leave out of your own neighborhood by not people that are opposite of what you are, that's sad. That's so sad, man. And all the publicity from the media is probably drawing attention. Bishop Whitehead, I don't blame you. I don't blame you for 1 minute moving out. I'm sure he'll pop back up. But this is sad, man. And he served a lot of people in this community. This is Brooklyn right here, y'all. If y'all ain't never seen Brooklyn before, this is Canarsie. This is sad. If you ever down here in Brooklyn, make sure y'all come right here. On Haiti, on compris. Et bouillon. Right here to Venus Restaurant, Haitian cuisine. And I'm going to zoom in on the number so y'all come check it out. If y'all ever in Brooklyn, all 10.7K of y'all, make sure y'all come right here. There's a number. Call them up. They got a little bit of everything right here. On compris, on Haiti. I know everybody's asking what that flag was. That's a Haitian flag. My daughter, even though she passed away, her mother was from Port-au-Prince. Patient vide, son prix. But once again, man, it's sad. Leaders of Tomorrow International Ministries with Bishop Lamont Whitehead's church services are no longer in this building. Thanks for your understanding. I want to know what their next move is going to be. I really want to know what their next move is going to be. I'm going to end this live, guys. But I'm going to give you a rehash one more time before I get off here for everybody that just tuned in. Make sure y'all hit the like button, man. Who does this for real? You understand what I'm saying? What other vloggers doing this? So in the video, in his footage, I just want to rehash for everybody that's coming in because I see people are coming in. I'm going to share this one time before I do that. So in the video, you see the young girls, right? And it's two of them. And initially, you only think it's one of them. So she walks over to the car with her camera, and she goes right here first, and she points at, I think it was a G-Wagon. Then she walked over here, and what you see right here, she stopped right here, and where you see this white car is at, she stopped right here, and then she looked at, I believe it was the Bentley. Then in front of the Bentley, pretty much where that truck is, a little bit behind it, I'm pretty sure that bus ain't moved in a minute. That was a cop car. So she walked over to the cop car, and she said, whatever she said, that part we don't see in the video. She did Mrs. her and her friend, and they walked back and forth, back and forth, back and forth, back and forth, and it picked up from this camera right here. Now this is the camera footage that I'm assuming that Bishop Whitehead had access to in his live. So it's authentic. Y'all see the camera right there. Ain't no capping. That's the camera right there. So if they say they ain't get caught on that camera, they telling a lie. Make sure you take that to court with you, Bishop. Because she got prosecuted. If you don't know, those young ladies, one of them was charged, I believe. And then they commenced and they went right up into here. And as you can see, that's the actual top part of the church right there. I'm assuming as you walk in. That's a beautiful chandelier. Beautiful chandelier. And this man is no longer able to have his church services. So I want to make sure y'all brag about that later too. Y'all can take this clip. I'll do the work for y'all. Y'all can take the donations too. It's okay. It's okay. It's okay. While y'all sit in the studio, we out here. Leaders of Tomorrow International Ministries with Bishop Lamont Whitehead's church services is no longer in this building. This man had to shut down because people is doing all kinds of stuff to him. It's crazy. And like I said one more time, in his footage, you see the girls walking back and forth. They're picked up by that camera right there, right above here. You see in front of me. And it's sad, man. So one more time, guys, I'm out of here. I wanted to come down here on location, and we found something out that was serious. Leaders of Tomorrow International Ministries with Bishop Lamont Whitehead's church services are no longer in this building. Thanks for understanding. I'm saddened by that. Y'all take a walk with me. I'm gonna walk. I gotta move it anyway. It's sad, man, that you guys, so many people that have the things they have in their heart, that's what happened. Those girls came there with malicious intent. I'm not talking about the other stuff that happened before that. I'm just talking about those girls. They came there with malicious intent. They got done what they got done. They shut the man down. They shut the man down. I ain't never seen no shit like that in my whole entire life, man. I ain't want to curse in front of the church, but I ain't never seen nothing like that in my whole entire life. It's sad. And I just want to say to the vloggers that were all online talking about this or whatever, why didn't y'all update the story? Why didn't y'all tell the truth? Yo, the pastor had footage. Why didn't y'all tell people, hey, listen, you know what I mean? There's more to the story. Y'all just rode on it and said that he choked that woman when we see in the video, and y'all let a white media outlet tell y'all that he choked the woman. TMZ, it's like anything that TMZ say is gold. Yeah, all right. Yeah, all right. Anything TMZ said you can walk on water. Okay, you know what I mean? It's like anything that TMZ says to you guys is held in cold and gold. And that's just not the case, you know? So I'm saddened by that. I don't know where that's going with that whole thing with TMZ and everybody taking the stories and just rolling with them, and that's, you know, set and gold. But I ain't feeling it. I am not feeling it, not at all. Guys, make sure you hit up the Cash App, $ STRINGERVELL80. Once again, like I said, Pastor has been forced out of his building, rather, which is sad. He's been forced out of his building, which is sad. And I just don't understand it. Yeah, we in Brooklyn. we in Brooklyn. For real. You don't come down here unless you know somebody, you heard? I had to make a phone call before I came down here. I was like, yo, son, I'm gonna be down your way. In case I call you. Y'all walk with me, y'all wanna see Brooklyn? This is Canarsie. That's a real story too. Yo, son, my man's a little bit further down on Foster. I think we passed Foster though. This is the case. This man had to move out of his church. I didn't want to be in front of there anymore longer because I didn't want to be disturbed. But I do want to talk about this though. You know, off of Pastor Lamont Whitehead's laws, people got thousands of views added to their pages, right? Thousands of views. And along with those views, for talking about that man, they collected cash apps or whatever. Every last one of those people, they did that from the comfortability of their home. They don't even get out. They don't even get outside. They did it from the comfortability of their home. And that's why I said, once again, black folks, we got to watch who, you know, and I made myself inclusive in that, all right? But that's not the point. The point is, you're allowing people that you call your enemy and you're taking their word for things. Y'all took the word of TMZ and made money off the gossip that TMZ sold to y'all. And TMZ benefited from it even more. Somebody sold them that footage. Please believe that. Please believe that. Somebody sold them that footage. That shit is sad. That man had to move out of his church. I'm saddened by that. You know, that's almost likened to the Klan or something coming through. You know what I mean? That's like the KKK coming through with it. Hey, you got to get out of this church, nigga. You know what I mean? Like, you got black people forcing you to get out of your own church. I don't know what to think of that. What are your guys' thoughts on that? I want to hear y'all sound off. If y'all don't know where I was, I came down here and said, I'm going to go over to the church. Because I got to know the truth when I found out an exclusive. That's an exclusive right there. Y'all ain't going to hit the cash app up for that. I don't know what more I can do. At that point, you just don't like me. Am I going to be damping like him? I don't know, man. We got to do a better job, folks. We really do. Because if we keep like bashing on each other, financially shaming each other, that's what DJ Academics was doing yesterday. He's trying to financially shame our pioneers in hip hop. And LL Cool J got in that ass. I love LL for doing that damn live. That was a good one. What I'm getting at is, guys, listen, man. This man had to move out of his church. I want that to sit with y'all. This man had to move out of his church because of people of color. Now, if you really want to be strict about it, those are new terrorists, it seems. Are those the new terrorists we got to watch out for? Your own? Because if it is, I'm scared. You scared? I'm scared. And I say it all the time, but when I say it, it's like nobody believes me or they think I'm bashing people of color. Oh, you just bashing on black. No, I'm not. I'm telling you the truth. I'll be out. Like, you know what I'm saying? I see what goes on. I'm not some dude that just sits in the house all the time. You know what I mean? When I can do it, I get out. I need y'all to hit up the Cash App, man. I'm in here doing work. $ STRINGERBELL 80. Make sure y'all hit up that Cash App. Show some love. I don't understand it, man. I just don't understand it. I'm hurt. We're in Brooklyn. I just left Bishop Lamont Whitehead's church. I went there not with the intent of trying to bash him or rush him for information or anything of the sorts. I went there simply to deliver you guys the honest truth about the man in that perspective of that situation, which was that man didn't have nothing to do with that. They came in there on his own, and as a result, now that man, because those two women came in there and did what they did, he had to move out of his ministry. I showed you guys the sign on the door, which was a shock to man who came to drop the sign off in this white car. And I didn't want to get on camera because I was sitting there and I was put, okay, what's the title going to be? You know what I mean? Everything else. I really, really let down by that, man. Really, really let down by that. And I don't know what to say. Like I say, I like to come and deliver the truth and be honest. I'm the same person I am all the time. And that's just what it is, you know? Like, I can't sit back and let men of color be crushed like that for no certain reason. I don't know what she was talking about. Oh, she was talking about the traffic. Thank you. She said the sign. I was like, I don't know what she was talking about, but I got it. I thought she was just being an asshole for a minute. This is Brooklyn. Ladies are assholes out here sometimes. Brooklyn, y'all, once again, that's left Bishop Lamont Whitehead's church. You guys can go back and watch the footage from the beginning. But just to get you guys up to date, here's an exclusive. This gentleman is not going to be able to have his ministries there anymore. And I'm saddened by that. And he was forced out of his church by people of color. That's the whole thing. That's the modus operandi here. Black people forced this man out of his whole church. I want that to sink in your head. A robbery. Then these two girls, they set everything in motion for what it is now. And I'm sad about that, man. I'm really sad about that. It doesn't matter how you feel about that, Bishop. At the end of the day, y'all, I'm not saying anybody particularly on here, but I'm saying a lot of people, hold on one second, guys. I want y'all to hear what I'm saying. A lot of people donated to lives of people, and I'm going to say lives and lies. Damn, there go my shit right there, too. A lot of people donated to the lives and lives of people on YouTube that didn't come back and fix up the store. And they collected money off of it. But people in my comment section saying, yo, we ain't donating to you though. We just gonna watch it. We'll let you do the work. We just gonna watch it. It's sad, man. It's sad. I ain't do that for donations. I did that just to get the point across. You know what I mean? That a lot of these YouTubers, they one-sided. They only want to deliver to you nothing more than confusion and lies. And then when the lies are over, they don't want to clean it up. And I got a problem with that. I'm sorry. I got a freaking problem with that. I got a real problem with that. All right, guys, I'm going to get it together. I wanted to show you that. Keep it a buck as much as I could. Wait for this damn bus to show up, and I'm out of here. It was a little interesting trip for me, and I think we got an exclusive. Bishop Lamont Whitehead is no longer going to be having church services at his former location any longer, and I'm saddened by that. Black man had to shut down his church because of other black people. Not the KKK, not far-right wingers, or anybody else. Make sure you guys hit up the Cash App. I'm moving along. I need to eat, things like that, of course. Or I can't even do stuff like this anymore. And I want to say this before I get off of here. If you guys will monetarily support me, like you monetarily support these liars that are out here, I swear to God to you, I would go way more different places, like some dope places. But it costs money to get in there. And if I'm spending my own money and I'm not getting anything back from it, it's like, that's whack. You know what I'm saying? And like, but meanwhile, somebody can sit in the comfort of their living room or in the comfort of their bedroom and talk like a dog about other people, but never go out in the streets. You know what I'm saying? Get in the streets sometimes. Come outside. That's who y'all should donate y'all money to. Not just people like me, myself, to do that, but others as well. Donate to those people, not people that's causing salaciousness and disruption and drama. It's sick, man. Sick to death. All right, guys, I'm out of here. I will talk to y'all in a little bit. I don't want my battery to die on me one more time. Make sure y'all donate $STRINGERBELL80. That's Stringer Bell 80. Once again, $STRINGERBELL80. Link is in the description box and also a pinned comment. I'll talk to you guys later.